was doing one of his photo shoots when his manager came and informed him that a representative of Geon Industries had come to meet him. As Taeyang hummed and excused himself from the set for some minutes, following his manager towards the lobby area where the visitors were staying. Taeyang entered the lobby area as a man around same as his age, dressed fully in black, giving a full mafia vibe, with a cold aura stood up from his seat, while there were some more men present in there who looked like bodyguards of that particular person. Suga. Hi, Mr. V. I'm Suga from Geon Industries. He forwarded his hand towards Taeyang. Taeyang. Hi, Mr. Suga. Nice to meet you. They shake hands. Suga, so Mr. V, I am here to discuss about your upcoming project with our company. So is it okay if we directly talk about it here or do you want me to arrange a separate time and venue? He asked politely. They, no need, that's totally fine. Let's directly discuss about the proceedings here. Suga, sure. So our project starts from the beginning of the next month and continues up to 6 months, and we will be providing all the facilities required for your stay. Suga continued to explain the full procedure of the project, including each and every important detail, making Taeyang wonder how organized the man was. Suga, so that's all regarding the proceedings up to now, and we will inform you if there are any alternatives. He finished still with his cold blank face, which held no emotions. Sure. They shook hands once more as Suga took his departure. Wow, such a cold man, he said while turning to his manager. Lee, Taeyang's manager. Yeah, cold like ice cube, but looked so hot at the same time, he said, wiggling his eyebrows as Taeyang chuckled. Tae, come on, stop drooling, you old man. Tae teased Mr. Lee. Lee, yeah, Tete, I'm still 32. How dare you to call me old god? He whined as he continued to follow Taeyang. Taeyang was resting while Mr. Lee was holding the fan for him. Tae, Lee, Tae, whom do you think that guy Suga really is? Lee, huh? What type of a question is that, Tete? He asked in confusion. Tae, I mean his position? Because he only introduced himself as Suga from Geon Industries. Lee slightly lowered his head before answering. Lee, according to the rumors, he is more like the right hand of the CEO of Geon Industries, and some says that they are best friends. Tae in mind. Huh? Jungkook's best friend? That cold man? His eyes widened a bit. What if Jungkook has also become someone like that? He felt like his breath got stuck for a moment. No way, Jungkook was such a bubbly character back then. He tried to struggle away all the negative thoughts, even though he was truly uncertain what type of a person Jungkook might have become, because he had not ever got to see Jungkook ever since the moment he left to America. Taeyang had visibly zoned out when Mr. Lee shook Taeyang, making him come back to reality. Lee, Tae? He slightly yelled. Tae, yeah, I can hear you. Taeyang said like nothing happened. Next days passed so fast as the starting day of the project came. It was the day Taeyang had to meet the CEO to sign the contract before starting the project. Taeyang was super excited, but he was kinda nervous at the same time. He felt like he wasn't ready to meet Jungkook yet, and so many questions were roaming in his mind. He was afraid what if Jungkook had started to hate him, and he was afraid how Jungkook would react after seeing him, even it's been more than 4 years since that moment. A luxurious car stopped in front of Cheon Industries as Taeyang got off looking dashing like always, followed by Mr. Lee. Taeyang signed and took a deep breath as he started to go inside, with his attitude walk making almost everyone turn back to take a second glance at him. He knew his effect on the others very well and knew how he can make any man kneel in front of him just by making an eye contact. Taeyang entered Jeon Industries building as Suga welcomed him as he accompanied Taeyang to CEO's cabin. Meanwhile, with Jungkook, Jungkook checked the upcoming schedules and looked at the watch as he had to meet the model who won at the fashion festival, which was sponsored by them at 9 a.m. It was already 8:55, so he took the file which had the contract details with the model once again, which he had already checked. as he went through the agreement points. It was exactly 9 when Jungkook heard a knock on the door as his secretary entered and informed that Suga has arrived with the model. Jungkook hummed as his secretary took her leave after opening the door for Suga and Taeyang. Suga, good morning Jungkook. This is Taeyang, the main model of our upcoming project, he said, grabbing Jungkook's attention, making him slightly glare at Suga, seeing the slight smirk which was plastered on Suga's face. Jungkook got up from his seat as he stood in front of Taeyang, forwarding his hand for handshake. JK, hi Mr. V, welcome to Jeon Industries, he said with his deep voice, which had the intensity quite same as welcome to hell, which made Taeyang gulp unknowingly as he forwarded his hand. Taeyang, nice to meet you, Mr. Jungkook, he uttered back, managing himself to sound normal as much as he can as he stared back directly into JK's eyes intentionally. The moment their hands touched with each other, their heartbeat got raised, rushing some unknown urge through their bodies. Taeyang's hand was so soft, which was more like a flower petal, while Taeyang felt how JK's firm grip on his hand got tighter. Jungkook kept holding Taeyang's hand like he was daring, till Taeyang decided to take his hand back. Jungkook slightly smirked at Taeyang's action as he indicated Taeyang to take a seat as he made his way towards his seat and sat down calmly. Suga took his leave as Jungkook changed his posture, leaning forward, placing his hands on the table, intertwining his hands as a slight grin appeared on his lips, making Taeyang clueless for a second. JK, wow, what a surprise. Look who is here. Tae, so how was it? Did you like it? He replied sassily, making Jungkook let out a dark chuckle. JK, you know what? Jungkook stood up as he approached Taeyang as Taeyang also stood up. I don't think this idea of crossing paths with mine was a good one, he said, leaning so close to Taeyang. Tae, oh really? I don't think so. But may I know why? He said intentionally, leaning more close to JK. Because I don't think it's a bad choice as long as you don't bite me. He said the last part with a voice. JK, bite you, huh? He chuckled as he whispered in Taeyang's ear. You don't know what I can exactly do to you, Mr. V. And I swear I'm gonna make you regret your this choice of encountering with me. So I'm giving you one last chance. Just leave for your own good. Hey, are you sure? Because I don't think so. And you can't stop me, Jungkook, because this time I'm not letting you to leave me. His voice softened as he let out the last pass as he stared at JK's eyes with so much emotions. JK, huh? Oh, seriously? I can't believe this is the same Kim Taeyang who used to hate me so damn much. His voice was like venom, which was poisoning Taeyang. Tae, please, Jungkook, please give me one last chance to explain myself, he said as his eyes suddenly turned teary as he held JK's hand with his both hands. To which Jungkook laughed like a maniac. Taeyang can see the hurt in JK's eyes in the same way even after 4 years. JK, oh wow. So the great Kim Taeyang came all this way after 4 years just to explain himself, huh? He said with an angry voice. Tae, Jungkook, please listen to me. I'm so sorry, Jungkook. I was an idiot. Please forgive me. I honestly didn't know what I was even speaking that day. I was so blind with the anger. He grabbed JK's hand more tightly. JK, and you expect me to buy that? Huh? Tell me, do you think I'm a fool? He shouted with a little bit high pitch, making Taeyang flinch at the sudden outburst. Tae, I know I was wrong, but please give me just one last chance, Jungkook. I promise you, I'll make it up to you. Please believe me, he said as Jungkook harshly withdrew his hand, tightly holding Tae's wrist, pulling Taeyang with a jerk as Taeyang got hit on JK's hard chest. Both JK's and Tae's eyes had turned teary. Taeyang was on the verge of crying, while Jungkook's eyes were tearing due to the extreme anger. JK, no way, Kim Taeyang. There's no way I would leave you to play with my feelings once again. And don't make me forget you are the son of Mr. and Mrs. Kim, whom I love so damn much. Because no matter how much I love and care for mom and dad, that wouldn't make me to spare you, Taeyang. I promise you, if you dare, I'll make your life a living hell. and no one, literally no one, can stop me from doing that, he said, grinding his teeth, making Taeyang hiss in pain due to JK's grip on his hand. Taeyang felt like crying, but he somehow managed not to let out those tears. Tae, then go on Jungkook because this time I'm ready to risk it all. Do anything you can because I won't let you stop me. JK, you still have time, Taeyang. Leave when you have the chance. Don't regret it later. He gave the last warning. Jungkook was looking like a maniac with red eyes. Tae, I dare you, Jungkook. He challenged Jungkook with an aggressive look. JK, then be ready. Welcome to hell, Mr. Kim Taeyang, he said sarcastically, jerking himself away from Taeyang as he literally threw the document towards Taeyang, leaving the room aggressively. Taeyang looked at the leaving figure of Jungkook as he finally let out his tears to shed along his stubby cheeks, but he immediately wiped them out as he signed the document and left the company after handing the document to Suga.